Is retiring after 60 abroad a smart move or a risky decision? Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, you're watching Rooted and Rising, and this is a show about aging, healing, and everything in between. And today we're going to talk about whether or not moving abroad is going to be a smart move or a risky move for seniors. So let's get into it. So, as I'm getting a little bit older in age, the question becomes whether or not retiring abroad might be beneficial to do for me. I like to travel. Me and my husband both travel a few times out a year. We try to go someplace different if we can. And we really like to do that. It's one of our favorite things to do. And while doing that, we thought about whether or not it might be a good idea when he retires for us to live abroad overseas. And we're kind of toiling with the idea and thinking about it. So we're on the beginning stages of looking at possible places to visit for that. And one of the reasons that came up for us was because our children are older now. They both have jobs, and we're not sure where they are going to live. If they have a job, say, outside the state of Georgia, then that's where they're going to go. So a lot of our family are spread out across the country. So there's really, no one here locally, and any substantial reasons why we need to be anchored into where we are for the rest of our life. We also feel that we are outgrown our house in some ways because we no longer need the space. And so why not think about toiling with the idea of living abroad, if not just for part of the time? And that's some of the things we've been thinking about. And I've noticed that, looking in articles and doing some research, that more and more American seniors are thinking of relocating abroad. So I want to share with you 7 reasons why seniors over the age of 60 are thinking about living abroad and retiring there. So the first one's going to be a lower cost of living. So as we know, the US can be pretty expensive when it comes to retirement. As we age, we think about where we might want to live when we get older. For some of us, that means that we need more specialized care. We might have to live in assisted living programs or have someone come into the house to care for us. We might live in a 65 plus community where there's more services, which equates to more expenses. And just in general, things are getting more expensive. Food is getting more expensive, utilities are getting more expensive, the cost of living is just getting more expensive. And for a lot of us, we are living off of our savings, our 401ks, and our Social Security checks. And for some people, the Social Security checks are pretty much all they have to live off of. And so living abroad becomes more ideal for them because some places are a lot cheaper to live in. Housing's a lot cheaper in some places like Mexico and Portugal, Thailand. Also, food is inexpensive, and it just becomes cheaper to live in places like this that are more friendly for seniors. And you can do that living off of your Social Security check. So the lower cost of living also entails lower rates for domestic help, lower rates for people to come into your home to help you. And places like Mexico, Portugal, Spain, Thailand are places that offer those type of affordabilities for a lower cost than, say, the US does. Another reason is higher healthcare fees. As we know, healthcare can be astronomical, and as we age, we have to rely on things like Medicare and Medicaid to pay for our services. For others, you have to pay it out of pocket, and it becomes really expensive. And the more services that we need, and the more medication that we need, and oftentimes the more times we have to see the doctor, hospital visits, that can be a pretty hefty price tag. And some seniors find that living abroad oftentimes equates to a smaller amount of money they will have to pay out for those medical costs. Medical care can be oftentimes cheaper. And cheaper doesn't mean necessarily worse services. The services are pretty good in a lot of the places. Healthcare is great. And so people find that living abroad, they get cheaper services, they get quality services, and they're able to meet their medical needs. Higher premiums, it just equates to a situation where some of us just can't afford to care for ourselves medically. And so living abroad offers us the affordability to care for ourselves. We can oftentimes maybe even pay out of pocket instead for a healthcare plan to do that, and it just works out better for us. So our third reason why some seniors are considering living abroad is for a slower pace of life. The U.S. can be a pretty fast place to live, and also it can be very isolating with families kind of living spread out amongst different parts of the United States. Our children will move away. Even our children are now opting out of not having children, so we don't have grandchildren to look forward to either. And so it becomes a pretty isolating, and maybe our social life has become minimum. And so some seniors are considering living in places that have a slower pace of life, where there's more connection to the community. Maybe there's a smaller community abroad, and that there's more things to do for seniors. It just creates a more relaxing environment. They're able to enjoy what's around them in the community, the scenery, the lifestyle. It just all equates to less stress and more easy living with living abroad. So I know for us, we want to live in a place that gives us more, friendly temperatures. We like to be near beaches. We like great scenery. We like warmth. My husband plays golf, so he wants to get out there and play golf. We want to be around places that are more comfortable for us. So living abroad can be an option to do that. You can find places that are less expensive, that are, say, coastal, near beaches, have great skylines and views, that you are most of the time you're outdoors and you're just enjoying the surroundings near you. And it just really creates a better lifestyle for your body. Medically speaking, for us, sometimes just being in a more drier climate might be beneficial, or the opposite. Maybe we need more moisture for us. But living in climates abroad could do that for us. It gives our bodies time to heal better and release any stressors. And the fifth reason why seniors are considering living abroad is that feeling stretched in the U.S. is simply not working out for them. They have worked 40 plus years in the system, have paid into Social Security, and they feel like they don't have much to show for it. Financially, things are getting more expensive health care costs. They only are living off of maybe a Social Security check, or maybe they feel like the savings that they've accumulated can be potentially dwindling down as the years go on a lot faster than, say, if they lived abroad. And just living abroad is going to be an option for them at that point. It's going to be just more user-friendly and more financially viable. With property taxes going up, insurance costs going up, medication going up, groceries going up, all of that equates to higher prices for seniors who just simply feel like they're being stretched too thin. And living abroad becomes an option because things are oftentimes cheaper. You get more maybe local groceries that are fresher and cheaper. The healthcare costs oftentimes are less expensive. Premiums are much lower to live abroad, and you're able to make it work off of the savings and the income that you have currently. So living abroad for some seniors is financially ideal for them to move. Number 6, the political and social climate for some seniors is just exhausting. Some seniors report that they're simply just kind of tired of the same narrative that's happening where they live. It's too stressful for them. And they find that living abroad offers a more stable and calmer and peaceful climate for just being there and being amongst family or friends, having a strong social connection, meeting new people, engaging in maybe different cultures and different ideas. And they're able to do that in a way that's more peaceful and harmonious to them. And feel like, it's just better off to live abroad in that type of environment than it is to stay somewhere and feel that the current climate is weighing on you. While that's not a big decision for some seniors that is a big deal, and they feel like this is the main reason why they want to live abroad. And the seventh reason why some seniors want to move abroad is for reinvention and new adventures. So we embark on a new age, our children are grown, we are no longer working our current careers, and we're thinking, what am I going to do with the next phase of my life? And so living abroad might create that situation where you find that sense of adventure that you're looking for. You get the opportunity to be in different cultures, meet new people. You might even try a new career. Being an empty nester, maybe there's a divorce, maybe a spouse has passed away. You're just feeling like it's time to reinvent yourself. And so finding a new place far away from kind of where you were is going to bring that new sense of freedom and independence that you're longing for. And so living abroad could create that for you as you begin to navigate your senior years. So while living abroad can work out well for seniors, for others, it may not be a good idea. You might run into struggles like language barriers, cultural differences, dealing with things like how to navigate visas. For some people living abroad, it might mean you need to come and go every 6 months. It becomes taxing on your health. You're not able to travel as much. For others, there's currency fluctuation, and then living far away from your family. If you live in a country that's miles and miles away, it's hard to travel to see your family on a regular basis, and so that becomes difficult emotionally to adjust to that. And so living abroad may not be a good idea for everyone. So those are some of the reasons why seniors are considering relocating abroad to other countries. What about you? Are you considering living abroad in other countries yourself? And if so, what places are you thinking of moving to? I would love to hear about your comments. Put them down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.